Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to be talking about the RTX 2000 series of graphics cards from Nvidia because they are just 2 days out now. That is, of course, if you're talking about the 2080s, which come out on September 20th. Apparently, the 2080 Ti general availability was delayed to the 27th by Nvidia, so if you pre-ordered those, just something to be aware of. Now, the RTX lineup has actually gotten a lot of terrible press since it was announced, partially because Nvidia has been really sort of cagey on giving performance numbers in traditional games that aren't featuring ray tracing in comparison to the old standby of the 10 series graphics cards, which I have a 1070 here, just sort of as a stand-in for my 10 series cards. And I have in the past also actually talked about the reasons that I am not upgrading to the 2000 series, but that does not mean that there are no legitimate reasons to go ahead and make the plunge and update to the 2000 series. There are actually a few relevant reasons you might want to do that, and despite Tom's Hardware's advice to just buy the cards now, I want to actually run through some of these reasons to see maybe if it makes sense for you. The number one reason is that you have a lot of money at your disposal. Maybe money is not an issue for you whatsoever, and you just want the latest and greatest hardware, in which case, I am not one to tell you what to do with your money. The 2000 series, specifically the 2080 Ti, will be the best card on the market. Go for it. If you have the money, go ahead and buy it. No one should be able to tell you what to do with your money, and it is your money after all, so feel free to go ahead and purchase it. Have fun. In line with the scenario of you just having plenty of money and money is not a factor for you is also the enthusiast mentality of, I just want the best thing possible, give it to me now. In which case, again, if you are willing to shell out the money for it, just understand that if you do pay out that kind of money, you are not getting the best performance for your dollar, especially at the beginning where RTX features that are exclusive to the 2000 series, or at least that are, for the most part, running well on the 2000 series. So, of course, we're talking about ray tracing here. That won't be in most games at launch. In fact, most games won't feature ray tracing of any kind at launch. So in that case, you're still better off with a 10 series card or other cards that are older. However, again, if you're willing to pay the extra money, there is no reason you can't upgrade to the 2000 series, because in regular games, just using good old-fashioned rasterization, you are going to see better performance in the 2000 series than the 10 series. The real question here is just how much. It's not that it's a bad card. It's that if we are talking about purely price to performance ratio here, the 2000 series is almost certainly going to be a worse value for your individual dollar than is an older card like the 10 series. But if you just want the best, again, go for it. Just know you're paying a premium for it. And again, sort of moving down this line of you have all the money, go for it. You want the best performance possible, hey, go for it. Then comes the argument of you just want the games that you play to look the absolute best possible, whether they feature ray tracing now or later, or maybe they never will, or maybe there's a title coming up that will feature it. If you just want the games that you play to look the absolute best possible, again, you're paying a premium for it. And for this argument, I would really say that if you are playing traditional games that you know won't feature ray tracing and it's not going to be patched in, or at least hasn't been talked about being patched in, I would still go with the 10 series. However, if you're looking at one of those games that does feature ray tracing, maybe it's your favorite game, then it might be worth it if you spend a lot of time on that particular game. That's going to be a judgment call. And if there's a game coming down the pipeline that you notice, maybe not right now, but a month or two down the road that gets announced, hey, we're going to have ray tracing, maybe it is something you want to invest in, because it will be a little while at least until we see Nvidia iterate on its ray tracing technology with these cards. So for the time being, the 2080 and 2080 Ti are really kind of it for ray tracing. Yes, you could get a 2070, but obviously they won't perform as well as a 2080 or 2080 Ti. So if you're willing to make that big investment into a game because you just want it to look the best possible, then again, you're paying a premium. But it's a realistic scenario that some people may have the finances for and may deem it a worthy investment. And again, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Hey, go for it. Now, you've probably noticed to this point that a lot of these scenarios that I'm sort of giving are very, very niche at best and kind of stretches at worst. The one case that I can come up with where getting an RTX card actually may be the way to go is if you do work, and I'm talking about work that makes you money, whether it be your job, you own the business, maybe it's a side gig, whatever. You do work that can directly benefit from the ability to do real-time ray tracing. So maybe you're in some sort of production work, and don't get me wrong, I don't know enough about production to work to know what applications are even out there that do real-time ray tracing. That's not my niche at all. But if you do work that can directly benefit from this and allows you to get a lot more work done in a shorter span of time, this may be a very good investment for you because it may directly earn its money back by allowing you to do more work and then possibly get paid more, especially if you own your own company or you're doing it sort of freelance and you can accomplish more jobs in this same period of time by being able to do the ray tracing in real time. Then it may definitely be something you want to look into. And to be honest, that may be sort of the angle that Nvidia plays up. Obviously, they're targeting gamers right now a little bit, but I think that's going to kind of die down with people thinking, I can buy a 10 series card or buy a used card and get much better price to performance. In this case, this is a new technology that may appeal directly to creators or other people that just use ray tracing in their day-to-day, in which case that would be a great investment for somebody because it allows you to get a lot more work done in a lot shorter span of time. Now, again, I am not planning personally on upgrading to a 2000 series card. I am not going to say I never will, and I'm not going to say that I won't at some point buy a card to test it out with the channel and run some numbers and that sort of thing. But from a personal use perspective, I'm not really interested right now because my 1080 Ti does a great job driving my display. I really don't need any more performance. My display is already sort of the experience bottleneck, if you will, in the system. It's what's limiting my enjoyability most out of my system right now. So if I was going to upgrade anything with my system and I was going to be spending that much money, I'd be spending it on getting a phenomenal monitor. I'd probably actually just save up for one of the high refresh rate 4K monitors if I was going to do something like that. So for the time being, I'm sticking with the 10 series. But I am understanding of the fact that there are legitimate scenarios where somebody might be better served to buy an RTX 2080, 2080 Ti, or even a 2070 out there. But I do want to hear from you. Are you planning on upgrading to the RTX lineup, or are you going to stick with the GTX 10 series or some other series of cards? Maybe you're a Vega user and you want to stick with Team Red. Let me know down below. And of course, if you like this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Hoosier Hardware. And as always, I'll let YouTube queue up a couple more videos around me from my channel for you to watch. I'm Shane with Hoosier Hardware, and I'll see you guys in the next video.